guys, it is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am here with Thank God It's Finished, or TGIF. I wasn't going to record today because I don't have all that much to show. I don't have anything finished, and sometimes I feel like maybe I'm wasting your time if I don't have anything finished, but I decided what the heck, I was going to record anyway. I could show the things I was working on. And as I'm futzing with this thing in my hand, I'm realizing that that's a lie, that I do have one finished object. One only, and I made this with the I Heart Stitching tutorial on YouTube. I've made box bags before, but I really like how this one came out. It's more my speed, more my style. It's by no means perfect. I am terrible at zippers. I will never sell box bags because I don't really like making them, but I decided to give it a whirl. I was gifted this fabric by Megan, and I just love it. So here it is. I do have one more of these to make, and it is lined, and there are edges inside, but I used a zigzag stitch over them so that they won't unravel. The dogs are barking inside. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it is what it is, I guess. So that's my one finished object. I like how it came out, and it's good size. Next, we'll do works in progress. Woo. My first work in progress is a Rebecca Danger monster that I've been telling you for a while that I was going to start. I'm trying to find the picture. It's called Daphne and Delilah, the mama and the baby monster. You know, before I made the Lydia, Lila, and Lucas? Yeah. For my niece, well, it's our other niece's birthday, and I wanted to make one similar, but not exactly the same. So I'm making Lila, and I can show you this because there's no instructions on it. And I'm making that out of everybody's favorite Red Heart Super Saver. And I've only got the body of the mother monster done so far, and here it is. I really like the colors and how it's coming out. Got to finish this up this weekend because I believe we're celebrating her birthday on Tuesday. So that's that. My next work in progress is a pair of plain vanilla socks with a fish lips cassille out of some opal yarn that I got from Bruno. I don't know if I had this cast on last week. I did, because I started them the day we got Max. And that's the colorway. And I sent Pam a skein of opal yarn, and I didn't tell her it was coming. Pam Loomer or Pam Chatfield on YouTube. And I saw the video last night, and I'm just so happy that it made her happy. Like I said, I didn't tell her it was coming, but she's a very deserving person, in my opinion. So, again, opal yarn. And I finished the first, sock, and I have it on the sock blockers that Vicki Weaver sent me. It's the perfect size for my foot, which is awesome. And fish lips cassille, again, these are just my markers on where to start the heel and the toe. And I did start the second sock, and I'm about a little less than halfway through the cuff of the second sock. The leg, anyway. So I'm hoping to have that finished this week, too. But if I don't, I don't. My last work in progress is one you've seen also. Let me look for the picture. Is the Owls cardigan, not owls. The Owls cardigan, not cardigan, sweater, pullover by Kate Davies. It's a paper pattern on Ravelry. This is what it looks like. I'm knitting it out of Cascade Eco Plus, I don't know which one. So I finished the body, and I just finished my second sleeve. It's been unseasonably cool here, which has been so nice. Not cold, but cool. And we've had the windows open, and there's just been a cool breeze throughout the house, and it's just been perfect sweater knitting. So I have one sleeve done. I'm going to start the second sleeve tonight. I have this much yarn left and a little bit from the first ball. So I think I'm going to have the perfect amount of yarn. Don't you love when that works out? And again, I'm hoping this will be done next week But this is the least likely of the 3 to be finished because it's heavier weight, and I think it's supposed to start getting warmer tomorrow. Next up, oh, I didn't bring the book out. I think I showed you last week. I'm going to be making Hugo the Button Monster with the yarn that I showed you last week that I got at Webs. I'm also going to be making, I should have planned this ahead of time, shouldn't I have? Page 45. For somebody I know, for her grandson, I'm going to be knitting, oh, I had a tag in there actually. This is from Knit Simple Magazine, Fall 2011. I get all these magazines. I have very rarely knit anything out of them, but then I see a pattern and it's in the one issue I don't have, so I get Knit Simple, Crochet Today, Interweave Crochet, and I'm thinking of getting either Knit Scene or Interweave Knits, probably Knit Scene because I think they're more my style. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. This is a pattern by Rebecca Danger. What did she call it? Hug PF? Oh no, Harriet the Haberdashery Hippo. I'm going to be knitting this for a friend's grandson. And I just asked what his favorite color was, and she told me black. I don't like knitting with black, but I'm thinking of maybe knitting him out of the Blacklight yarn by Red Heart. I think that might look neat. I just have to see if I have eyes that will complement that. And the last thing I have up next, other than socks, of course, because I'll always have socks up next, are some baby/toddler sweaters, and you'll see why in a minute. So that's it. That's all that. A couple things. We do have a toy knit along going on through the end of June. There's a chatter thread and a finished object thread over on the Ravelry board. Quite a few things have been finished so far. You can enter as many times as you want. You can enter here, there, and everywhere. Just one entry per post. And the other thing I wanted to say was that I'm going to have a couple of the bags the size that I made for Terry Tinsel going up in my Southpaw Creations Etsy shop over the weekend. I made a couple when I was, over the weekend I made a couple, and I just haven't had a chance to list them. They're going to be $20, and they're more oversized. They're bigger. So check those out if you're interested. I'm continuing to put all of my funds from the Etsy shop towards Mia's medical bills, which, by the way, I should tell you, Mia is doing remarkably well. On Tuesday, maybe Monday or Tuesday, she still wasn't eating the day before very well. She was still quite anorexic. And then she woke up one morning and it was just like night and day. It was like just this drastic change where she stepped right up and she ate her breakfast, and I was crying because I was so relieved because she had been so anorexic for so long. We have finished the medication for the ulcer, for the gastric bleed. We finished the medication for the infection in her mouth, and right now she remains on just the cardiac medications. Next Tuesday she goes to have her kidney functions checked again to make sure that, yes, in fact, it was a gastric bleed and not the early stages of kidney failure. Please keep your fingers crossed, because if it's the early stages of kidney failure, things are not as good as we think, and the medications that she's on and she needs to be on to control her cardiac issues will need to be discontinued, because then they are causing the kidney failure, and then we'll be right back where we began. But I am choosing to stay positive and think positive, and that everything is going to work out. Once we get that, we plan to see the cardiologist over the summer, once she's more stabilized, and go from there. Sorry about that. I'm outside and it's rainy and there's bugs. So that's the update on Mia. That's the update on Southpaw. That's the update on the crochet knit along. Not spin it. You can't really spin a toy. Sew along, anything you want. And the last thing I have to show you is a thank you. It's from the wonderful Jan Carruthers. If you're not following her on YouTube, you should be. She's a wonderful woman. I had sent her a while back a magazine you can only get in the U.S., and in return she sent me, well, she was supposed to send me a book you can't get in the U.S., because every time she showed it I would drool, and that is this, What to Knit the Toddler Years. And this is the book that I will be knitting some things from. My niece is 6 months old today, and I'm already knitting things for her first birthday. And I'm going to show you the first thing I want to knit. Well, I like this vest, but that's chunky, so I don't know if I'm going to knit that. Not right now, anyway. I also like this sweater. It's plain and simple. And then there was another one I wanted to knit straight away. And then there's this one. This is the one I'm going to knit first. So, I'm so excited to have this book, but Jan Carruthers was a little bit naughty, and she sent me more than just one book. First, she sent this enormous box of Maltesers for Kristen, and Kristen pretty much instantly ripped the plastic off and started devouring those, which was great. She also sent me, I can't even pick it up with one hand, this. So I'll go through it relatively quickly. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm going to very seriously attempt to get caught up on answering all comments. So she sent me the Peyton's. Oh, she did say in the note she tried to send patterns that were UK patterns that you can't get over here. So this is Peyton's book of knitting and crocheting, which is really cool. I love older patterns. I am going to look through this, and in the future, I can't tell you exactly when, I will do a more in-depth look at this book, because there are some really beautiful and versatile vintage patterns in here that I plan to attempt. And then these two books, which are just so cute, they're Miss B's Rainy Day and Miss B's Band. And I'm assuming this is B. And it's really cute because it has a little story about all the patterns and then the patterns in the back. So those are really cute. Those might go for my niece also. She sent a couple other books. She sent this book, Traditional Knitting, which is more of the history of knitting. Knitting Fashion. And this is another one for my niece. I've already picked out 2 or 3 hats from this. Kids Knits for Heads, Hands, and Toes. I'm looking at it backwards in the viewfinder, so, yeah, there's a couple in here. Where's the one I saw first that I wanted to make? Okay, this is the one that caught my eye first. My niece might be a little too old, so my sister might have to have more babies. Was these two. How stinking cute. And then she sent me a pile of vintage patterns, which I'll go through really quick. Spoiled, and Jan is definitely on the naughty list, but not naughty in a bad way. the nice naughty list, I guess? I don't know. So thank you so much, Jan. That is all I have for this week. I have a kind of busy weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to, my local yarn shop is doing a de-stash sale where everybody brought in yarn that they were looking to de-stash, and all the proceeds from the de-stash sale are being donated to a charity, a local charity. And then there's a church down the street from there who is having like a community yard sale, and I want to go there. I'm looking for a crib for a craft project, so I don't want to spend a lot of money on it, and I don't want to take it from like a thrift shop or something like that, because I don't want to take it from people who actually need a crib. I am actually going to pull it apart and just use the front and back. So, front and back rails. So, yeah. That's all I have for this week. I hope everybody's doing great, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.